Hi guys. I did a whole video yesterday for, I like to do a recovery themed video for Thursdays. Two reasons. It helps me and I hope that it helps you. When I listen to the replay, um, I know that I am bad for veering off topic and things of that nature. Um, but I also at times can be a little snarky and sarcastic and say something in jest, and it may not come across at how I mean it. And I hope I just watch some eyeshadows, and I hope that I'm not rubbing it all over my face. I wiped it off on the wiped my fingers off on the towel, but I still see some glitter. So if I start sparkling, you know why. Um, Squirrel, yeah, you get it. Um, so we're gonna try this again, and we're gonna try to stay on topic. I'm not going to use a devotional, anything like that today. I'm just going to kind of shoot from the hip, talk from the heart type video. Um, it is Sober Awareness Month. I listen to, I'm saying a lot because I'm just trying to keep myself together and focused, and that's just not easy to do. Um, I watched Peter Mon's video the other day, and whenever he talks about his sobriety, I am all about that. And, Tati came out on Michelle Phan's podcast and spoke about her um, sobriety, and I'm all about that. And one of the things that Peter Mon said is that really resonated with me. Sobriety for you may look different than what it does for me. Because when I made this video yesterday, I was thinking, it was just a few days ago that I did a real quick how I make tinctures videos. And we do use tinctures in this home. My husband and I use them. We don't use the, the, the amount of a dropper is equivalent to a banana. We eat bananas, so, that's the alcohol content that we're consuming. And a lot of times, I'll make teas as well out of my herbs. Um, but a lot of times, you can take that dropper and shoot it into hot tea, and alcohol dissipates. So, it's so minute that it's not anything that I worry about. Uh, if I've said this before, if it ever were to become a concern, I am not one bit above dumping it all out and finding something different. But so far, it's been a good year. So far, the tinctures have helped me. They've helped my husband. So what tinctures that we have that we it has what we actually use. When I first started, it was make every tincture that I could possibly make. Yes, this was from Mayor. Daycare, he was excited to see me. He tried to jump into my arms, and if you see the little shadow right here, there is a little bruise where we bumped heads. um, Hem's my boy. Uh, I'm not above if it were to become, and my daughter can tell you, I like Liquid IV um, drink packets. I've slowed down how much I use them, but I like to use them. And one of them was a pina colada mix, and it was actually it's one of my actual favorite flavors. But after I used it for so long of a time, my brain started thinking, I like pina coladas. And it's why I don't buy, because you can buy just the mix, or you could years ago. and add the alcohol to it. I can't do that. And I know that sounds kind of crazy. I can't buy that like a virgin margarita. No, 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 no. Tequila was my poison. Tequila was my favorite thing. I can't have. Um, that's just a no. Um, but anyway, the whole point of what I wanted to say to you is that I am mindful of my sobriety. Okay? I want you to be mindful of yours. And what I want us to collectively do is help people and ourselves to get better. Um, because something that Peter Mon said again resonated with me because my pastor had said something along the same lines Wednesday night. If we are not helping people who are in need of help, those that don't act like we do, those that don't talk like we do, those that do things that we don't agree with, if we are not helping them, what are we doing? The whole point is of this life is to be a help, not a stumbling block. And that resonated hard with me because had a couple experiences early on in the year that kind of caused me to pull back from a lot of things. And it was like, really, those are things that it's Kentucky, guys. I'm sorry, my nose is itching. Um, Something has bloomed. Um, but it really resonated with me because I have not. I kind of pulled back, and then I got sick, and I have not been that person that I was. Um, and I don't want to not be that person anymore. I'm going back to letting the wall down, you know, in my day-to-day life and online. Um, because if I'm going to be here, I'm going to be that person that goes to that person, sits with them, talks with them. Um, None of us are above reproach. And we fail as people. And when I say we, remember, that means me. And if I'm talking about it to you, it means that I'm working on it with me. And it's on my heart, hard. Um, when we become a stumbling block to someone, it is a big, big, big thing. When we spend a tremendous amount of time focused on someone else and trying to, we neglect ourselves. And I know this firsthand. I know, I've been there, done that just in last year, earlier in the year. Not going to go into details because it has zero to do with YouTube. Um, but I know that if we don't meet people where they are, then we are never going to be able to help them. And I am thankful that someone met me where I was. And, I told you my story several times. I stopped drinking before I got sober. I changed my um, drug of choice, for lack of a better way of putting it, um, part of what happened in that is that I started to see a doctor. I started to um, get treatment that I needed. I started in counseling, and whenever I started to be prescribed medications, I kind of had to quit drinking. I kind of had to stop the alcohol because mixing the two was not a plan. Um, so that's how my journey went. Your journey may vary. Your situation may be different. I had never had DTs or anything like that. I never did. Um, but I did have, I was putting Kahlua in my coffee every morning and hiding it, or Bailey's or something like that, hiding it, hiding things in my room. And I had an office at the time in our other house. Um, Things like that. I was closet drinking. Um, and I'm not afraid to own up to that because that was my journey. That was how I dealt with brokenness and um, coped with things that I couldn't heal, coped with guilt and stuff like that, um, which in turn would create more guilt and more guilt and more guilt and more guilt. So um, this is getting to be about 12 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up because I don't really want to keep you here for a long period of time. I just wanted to kind of share a little bit more of my story and let you know I'm okay. I'm still a work in progress, and so are you. And I'm here. I'm back to being that person that will listen to you, that will help you with resources and things like that. I've dropped the walls again. So, yeah. I hope that you have a good day. If you are in a place where you need help, please reach out to somebody. If not me, somebody. An organization, a Celebrate Recovery, an AA. Um, there are so many ways to get sober. So please take advantage of them because you are worth it. Your life is worth it. There are people that love you. There are people that care about you. And if nobody else has told you to do that, I do. Y'all have a good day. I am the mayor's daughter. I love y'all so very much. You are worth it. You are worth a good life. You are worth healing. And what you are seeing happening as this declutter happens, as things start to, as I'm letting go of things, that's healing. Um, there are, it, it, it was, and I'm going to keep you just a little bit longer. It was a blessing in disguise when my garage flooded into my storage room. It was devastating because some stuff got damaged that I did not, you know, I did not ever anticipate having to get rid of. We didn't realize that the water had gotten into the storage room because we didn't realize how badly the garage flooded. It just never, it never, there's a wall. So you don't think that, it didn't, um, some things, years, in my, in part of my brokenness, um, and in dealing with grief when my dad died, it was just a couple of months before my dad died that my daughter came back home. And dealing with her and her dealing with her and her healing and everything from the situation she came out of, dealing helping Ian heal, all of that, and then me grieving, a lot of stuff came to a screeching halt, and a lot of stuff while I was gone, helping my mother after my dad died, um, a lot of stuff got put in the storage just because it needed to go somewhere. And, I keep telling you, we have 3 generations um, in this house, and that was not what we planned to have happen when we bought this house. Um, so there had and I will own up to the fact I shut down. Um, getting rid of things for the longest time um, was like losing another piece of my dad, or someone else, another loved one, because so many people have passed. And it happens as you get older. Just prepare yourself because it happens. The older you get, the more people for every year you live, count on that. Some of your friends, some of your family not going to make it the next go round. I'm not. I'm just telling you. And if you have an extended family and big family like I have, it's going to happen. We have friends, family, stuff like that. It's going to happen. There's going to be that. Um, so when I had to start going through the storage, I had started to go through it before, and I couldn't. I literally I walked in, went through. I think I got a tote or two out, walked back out, and had to walk away from it. It was too hard. So it was a blessing in disguise whenever I had to deal with the stuff in the storage. It forced me to have to start dealing with stuff. And as I'm letting go of stuff, as we're getting rid of items, it's a slow process. We've been purging for quite a while. It's a slow process, but it's healing. And in the healing, um, wherever you are in your journey, know that there's a healing that will happen when you get there. So, and there will be a purge of toys even that are in this basement because he's outgrown some of them. Um, working on, we're working on freeing up space, getting more space, getting things dealt with, uh, and healing my physical body. So I appreciate y'all listening to me. I hope that I have imparted something to you that may be beneficial. Wherever you are in your journey, keep walking. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Ask for help. Reach out to people. Get help. There are there's plenty of places, resources where you can get the help that you need. Don't hesitate. There's recovery groups online. Um, I don't make my entire channel about recovery because I don't want to. They're doing a great work. I'll direct you to them, but I don't want to take away from what they're doing. Um, that's not my mission in life. I'm one person. And my mission in life is something a little different than what they do. I don't have the resources they do. That's why I direct you to them. Um, please, you are worth it. I can't say that enough times. You are worth it, regardless of mental health disease, physical diseases, whatever impairment. You are worth it. Your life is worth it. You matter. Um, so please, please, if you are struggling, with whatever, please reach out and get help because you are worth it. And tell somebody today that they are worth it. Okay? I'm going to let you go because it's way longer than I anticipated. Have a great day. Remember, I am the mayor's daughter. You are worth it. We love you. See you. Bye.